Barbara Wagner. I am a registered dietitian and I am passionate about plant-focused nutrition. So I would like to cook with you today. I'm going to teach you how to make a basic lentil soup. This is a staple in our household, especially in the cool winter months. I make it every 4 or so days, twice a week, and we eat this for lunch. And one big pot feeds my husband and I for about 4 days. It makes about 4 quarts. And it's quick and easy. And I'm going to cook today in a pressure cooker. This is an electric pressure cooker. Don't be afraid of a pressure cooker. It's not going to blow up on you. And electric pressure cooker is quick and easy, and you just set it and go, and it's a really great thing. And I'm going to start off by having it on the saute function. You do not need oil to saute. We're going to saute using a little water. You could also use broth. I'm just going to use water today. Put a little water in the pot, and then we're going to saute our onion. I have here 1 large onion chopped, which turns out to be about 2 cups of onion. I'm going to put that in there. And it's really not essential that you saute these items ahead of time. I like to do it. It develops the flavors a little bit. But if you want to skip this step, you can do that. I'm also going to put some chopped celery. I like to keep my celery chunks big. You can chop yours up if you like your chunks smaller. So this is a couple stalks of celery again. Turns out to be about 2 cups. And when you saute using water, just add a little more water if it starts to get dry or if the vegetables start to stick. I'm also going to add some garlic. I often use fresh garlic at this point, but I ran out. So I'm going to use some minced garlic, about a teaspoon of minced garlic in there to add some great flavor. I'm going to add a little bit more water. To saute. Again, no reason to add extra oil. You don't need the oil, and you won't miss it, I promise. So let's just saute this until it gets nice and soft. All right, so it looks like my onions and celery and garlic are nice and soft. So I'm going to add some greens. You can use whatever kind of greens that you prefer. This is chopped Swiss chard from my garden last year. I froze it, chopped it up, and have about a quart of it, which is about a pound, ready to add. You can use kale. You can use spinach. Whatever kind of greens you have, whatever kind of greens you like the best. If you only change one thing in your diet, I would say eat greens, eat more greens. Greens are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, fiber, calcium. And I'm going to put some chopped carrots or sliced carrots. I like mine chunky. I like my soup chunky. This is about 2 cups. This was 6 carrot sticks. Add the carrots. That's going to add some beautiful color and nice flavor to our soup. My husband and I like a little heat, so this is some hot pepper from our garden. It's very hot, so you can see it's only about a teaspoon in here, but that's going to make it really hot. I'm going to add some diced tomatoes. This is a quart of diced tomatoes. You could also use tomato sauce. One good thing about soup is that it's a good way to use what you happen to have. So you don't have to use these exact ingredients. If you happen to have other vegetables in your refrigerator, you can throw them in. Now we're going to add our lentils. These are just basic lentils from the grocery store. They come in about a 1-pound bag. I rinsed them. This is a half a bag of lentils. You can do this same thing with a whole bag of lentils and it's more like a stew. but I'm going to use a half a bag of lentils, which is 8 ounces of lentils. Stir that in after I have rinsed it. And then I'm going to add some spices, some more spices. This is some oregano, a handful of oregano, about a tablespoon or so. You can see I don't measure very often. We also have about a handful of basil. Use whatever spices you like. Turmeric, delicious turmeric with lots of health enhancing benefits. We're going to use about a teaspoon of turmeric and also add some color. You can tell that's more than a teaspoon. Add some turmeric in there. And then we're going to add enough liquid to make about 4 quarts. This pot happens to have a little line along the side, so I'm going to add this. That'll take me to my max line. Add some hot water. I'm going to add a little fresh ground pepper. And that's it. So we're going to turn the pressure cooker on. So I'm going to put the lid on, close it up, and I'm going to change it to the pressure function, and I'm going to cook it for 12 minutes. It'll take a few minutes to get up to pressure, but 12 minutes is it. Quick and easy. And all pressure cookers will have a release valve, and which releases very hot steam, so you want to be careful and stay away from the steam. So I'm going to be reducing this hot steam, which will take a while. And again, this step is not necessary because you can just leave it be, walk away, and come back in 10 minutes or so when the steam has released on its own. But if you're hungry and you want to eat now, we can just force the release of the pressure. So if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can cook it on the stove. You will need to cook it for about an hour instead of 12 minutes, and you'll need to stir it. So you need to attend to it and stir it so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. But when you cook in the pressure cooker, you can just set it and leave it. If it's an electric pressure cooker, if it's a pressure cooker on the stove, of course you'll have to remove it from the heat at your 12 minutes time. Okay, so now that the steam is all released, you can see that the pressure has gone down, the lid is able to be moved. Turn the lid to the unlocked position. Open it up away from you because you don't want the steam to burn you. So this is what it looks like. Now we've got a nice, rich, thick, delicious lentil soup. So you can just serve it, put it in a nice bowl. And now you have lunch. And for my family, what I like to do so I can have some on hand for a quick and easy lunch, I just stored in mason jars so I can just scoop it out. And now I have healthy fast food. So I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today, and I hope that you'll go home and eat more plants for health. Thank you, and have a healthful day.